Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Crochet by NatalieLucille. Let's learn something new, like this beautiful 3-color stitch. So you're going to want to have 3 colors. With color A, chain a multiple of 4 plus 4 in the end. And for the foundation row, you will double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. I always crochet in the back ridges of my foundation row. It keeps a nice streamline look to it. And it's easier too when you edge at the very end. So go ahead and double crochet all the way across to the end of the row. And when you reach the end, chain 1, turn your work. In the same stitch, work a single crochet and a single crochet to the end of the row. When you reach the end, before you pull your yarn through, switch to color B. Chain 3. Kind of weave your tail in at the very beginning. Turn your work, and in the next single crochet, work 1 double crochet. Chain 2. Skip 2 single crochets and work a double crochet in the next stitch, and then work another double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, and this row will consist of 2 double crochets, chain 2, skip 2 single crochets, work 2 double crochets, chain 2, skip all the way down the row. And your work should look like this so far. And once you get to the end, chain 1, still working with color B, turn your work, single crochet in the first stitch as well as the next stitch, chain 2, single crochet into the next double crochet, and the next double crochet, chain 2, and you're going to continue this all the way to the end of the row. And your work should look like this so far. Once you get to the end of the row, before pulling your yarn through, grab color C. Kind of use your tail in there, well, just to kind of secure it, and then you just drop your tail. Chain 1 and turn your work. If my tail would just get out of the way. Single crochet in the first and second stitch. And in the next 2 stitches, you will treble crochet and reach down to row 2 with color A, and you will work in front of your chains from the previous 2 rows. So reach down and work a treble. Try not to pull too tight on the work so it doesn't bulk, if that's the word I'm looking for. It doesn't buckle, that's the word I'm looking for. So again, reach down and work a treble. And then in the next 2 single crochets, work one single crochet in each of the next 2 single crochets. And then again, you're going to work a treble crochet, reaching down to the second, actually this is the single crocheted row, so that could be row 3 if you don't count your chains as row 1. So your foundation row was your double crochets, the next row was the single crochets of color A. That's what you're reaching down to. So you're working in front of the 2 chains from the previous 2 rows, reaching down to color A, to those single crochets, and working your 2 treble crochets. You're going to continue this all the way across the row. So it's 2 single crochets, that's the front. And whether you're working a blanket or a scarf, anything that will show both sides, the back side is just as lovely. So again, you're working your treble. And then your 2 singles. And you'll just continue that same pattern across the row. And when you get to the end, your work should look like this. And now we're going to switch. Oh no, we're going to chain 1, turn your work, and then you're going to work a single crochet in each of the stitches all the way across the row. And see, you're kind of getting a glimpse of the back side. It's still just as nice. And once you get to the end, before you draw your yarn through, you're going to pick up color A and draw it through. And your pattern now will repeat itself, where you'll go ahead and chain 3, turn the work, and then in the next single crochet, work a double crochet, and then continue working double crochets all the way across the row. And don't worry about the yarns that you're picking up. I'll show you in the edging how you hide those. So after you work your double crochets across, chain 1, and then you're going to single crochet all across the row with color A. Again, this is where the pattern repeats itself. See how it's nice on the back side as well? Now before you draw your yarn through, grab color B and pull it through. Chain 3, turn your work. And again, this is repeating what you did below. So it is 2 double crochets, of course, in the beginning. So you had your chain 3 and then this double crochet, chain 2, skip 2 single crochets, work a double crochet in the next single crochet, and then again in the next single crochet, work a double crochet, chain 2, skip 2 single crochets, work a double crochet in the next single crochet, and another double crochet in the next single crochet. And you're going to work this pattern all the way across. When you get to the end, again, you will single crochet, or you'll single crochet across, and then you'll switch to color C, and then of course you'll do your single crochets and then your trebles reaching down. But let me show you how you will work the edge. So single crochet, or you'll chain 2 to create the corner, and then you'll come down and work a single crochet. You're going to single crochet all along the edge, hiding your yarn. Because when you were pulling up your yarn, you didn't cut your yarn, you kept working it through. So you're just going to, as evenly as possible, single crochet along the edge, all the while hiding your working, twisting yarns that work up the side. And it's only on one side. But creating an edge will have a nice seamless look to it, and all of these pieces of yarn here will be hidden. So make sure you're not crocheting around just the yarn, but you're crocheting around the posts of your stitches on each row. Because if you crochet just along the yarn, it won't work right. So I'm just grabbing my color A and moving color B and C out of the way because they will be cut and they will be woven in. And so again, just as evenly as possible, work your single crochets all around, or whatever edge you like to work, just as long as your yarns that we're working up the side are hidden. So I'm making essentially a foundation edging, because a lot of times I like to make my single crochets working around the edge. Then I go back and work some kind of fancy edging that I like. But this way I know that my yarn, the twisty side, working up it's like a vine. What are they called? Kudzu, working up the side. So I'm hiding my kudzu, if you will. And so just again, keep evenly working along this edge. And so if you are working an edge in each corner, I work a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. And so this is what hiding the yarn will look like. So if you look on both sides, you can't see the kudzu vine working up the side, and it has a nice seamless look to it. And I just absolutely love this pattern. Stay tuned because I'm going to be making arm warmers and they'll be in my Etsy shop. So check that out. But this is the front. The other side was the back, but see how just as lovely the other side is as well? Because look at that. You can use either side. I finished on the wrong side. This is what would be considered the right side, but honestly, I think they're both right sides. They're both lovely. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you do hit the subscribe button and the like button to share so that other people can learn as well. Until next time, learn something new.